A couple videos ago, I made a video talking about why Zelda 2 is so disliked. On that video, I got quite a few comments from people saying that they actually liked the game. So in this video, I want to go over those comments and figure out why some people actually like Zelda 2. Before I start though, if you could just subscribe to the channel, it's totally free and boosts my morale to make more and better videos. This comment saying that games worked a lot differently in the earlier years of the NES, or I guess later years. Different aspects of the game were valued, like difficulty and how long the game actually took to beat rather than good story or something like that. I think this comment's totally right, and I know exactly what this comment's saying. I've played a lot of NES games, but I can definitely see that being a big factor in the popularity of Zelda 2. They also said it was really cool to see Hyrule from a side-scrolling perspective when they first played the game. I think this game looked great for an NES game, and though I don't actually really prefer the side-scrolling, I can definitely see why some people would. I don't agree with what this comment said about the game not being as hard as other NES games. I've played like a lot of NES games on original hardware too, and I think Zelda 2 is definitely the hardest I played. But I guess that's kind of just up to preference, I'm not really sure, but I think he brought up some great points. So moving on to the next comment, this comment saying that Zelda 2 was super influential to the rest of the Zelda series. I think this is probably the best point brought up by any comment in this video at all. Not saying that the other ones were bad, but this one was just very good and made a lot of sense. This one's coming from, I guess, a more recent player of Zelda 2, and he said it introduced a lot of stuff that A Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time depended on, and the rest of the Zelda series kind of depends on those two games. It introduced the complete Triforce, Dark Link, the wishing thing with the Triforce, and Towns, which is the first time you got to interact with people of Hyrule, even if the dialogue was kind of bad. But even though this comment kind of covers everything I think is super good about Zelda 2, I'm gonna read a couple others still, just to see what some other people have to say. This comment saying that the only people that hate Zelda 2 are the ones that suck at it, which I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, honestly. I'm just gonna go to the next comment because that one was pretty straightforward. This last comment I'm gonna go over is saying that it's the best game Nintendo ever made, it's his favorite Zelda game, and it's basically Dark Souls before Dark Souls, and I can definitely see this. I mean, the game's hard, it's complicated, it's a little bit hard to follow, it sounds exactly like Dark Souls, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. I don't think it's the best game Nintendo ever made. I mean, even Nintendo themselves don't, but it's cool to see some people actually really liking it for their own reasons. But yeah, this pretty much sums up my video. So if you liked it, like and subscribe if you want, and let me know your opinions in the comments. Thanks for watching.